Right now on Late News Tonight, a deadly mass shooting in Stockton.
Tonight, Stockton is hurting. Parents are hurting.
Gunfire, interrupting a kid's birthday party, claiming young lives.
We're doing CPR on one possible 12-year-old.
Tonight, as a search for those responsible continues.
There appears to be multiple shooters, but once again, we've gathered all the evidence, we're processing it.
Calls are growing to make Stockton safer.
Promise that we are going to do something together to uplift our community.
Prayer alone is not going to make these streets safe. Vigils and march, we've done that before.
And thank you for joining us on Late News Tonight at 11. I'm Nazi Javid, continuing our breaking news coverage of the Stockton mass shooting. Tonight, at least 4 people are dead, including 3 children, after bullets ended a kid's birthday party. In all, 15 people were shot. It happened around 6 o'clock Saturday night at a banquet hall on Lucile Avenue near Thornton Road. Investigators say tonight they believe this shooting was targeted and that there were multiple shooters. There have been reports of gang-related arrests overnight, but the San Joaquin Sheriff's Office confirms to ABC 10 that no one is in custody yet connected to the shooting. Here was the sheriff just hours ago.
I am confident in our team and with the work that we have done so far, that we will find these animals that did this and bring them to justice. But we still need the public's help on this. We need everyone who has any information on this to reach out to us. This is the time for our community to show that we will not put up with this type of behavior where people will just walk in and kill children.
Strong words, and if you have any information about what happened and possible suspect information, you should call Stockton Crime Stoppers. The number is up on your screen now, 209-946-0600. Again, that's 209-946-0600. You can leave a tip anonymously. Thousands of dollars in rewards is being offered. And this is video from the scene today as investigators continue to collect evidence. And here is what we know about the victims tonight. For those who did not survive, their ages are 8, 9, 14, and 21. The county says their names will not be released at this time. And today, investigators announced one more person was hurt in the shooting, bringing the number of those injured to at least 11. 2 area hospitals confirmed to ABC 10 they have shooting victims in their care. At least one 9-year-old is being treated. New tonight, at least one of the children killed attended a Stockton Unified School. The school district put out a statement tonight saying in part, quote, "As educators, we hurt deeply anytime a child is hurt. We hold this student's family in our hearts and we grieve alongside them and our entire community. To help ensure our students and staff receive the care they need, SUSD has counselors and mental health clinicians at every one of our schools. We stand with all who are impacted by this tragedy, and we remain committed to supporting our community during this heartbreaking time." And in Stockton tonight, hundreds gathered across the street from the shooting site to pray and plea for change. ABC 10's Roxanne Elias leads our coverage tonight from Stockton with the emotional response to this senseless tragedy.
Nazi, for the first time since Saturday night's shooting, we're able to take an up-and-close look at the entrance of this so-called banquet hall. And if you zoom in, you can actually see what we counted to be more than 25 bullet holes.
Just to have silence and to remember all of those that were affected.
For 20 seconds, a crowd of mourning Stockton community members stood in silence and in unity to reflect on 15 people shot at a family gathering Saturday night.
And today I come with mixed emotions, and if I can be honest, I'm mad as hell. I'm not just here only wanting to come to a vigil, but I come with frustration. I come with rage. I come with anger. I'm mad as hell that an 8-year-old, that a 9-year-old, that a 14-year-old, that a 21-year-old was killed in our city.
The prayer vigil, organized by Faith in the Valley, was held just blocks away from where the shooting happened on Thornton Road. Multiple faith leaders joined by city leaders and lawmakers demanding change, saying enough is enough. Stockton Mayor Christina Fugazi also says, let this not be in vain. And she's asking that the families who have lost loved ones in this tragedy be uplifted.
And I can't imagine a parent burying their child, what that must feel like, when they should be making their Christmas list, you know, wrapping presents, looking forward to Christmas Eve. And they'll never have that opportunity.
Investigators say they have received questions about possible gang involvement, but they say they can't confirm that at this time. On Sunday, Vice Mayor Jason Lee sending a message to the people responsible for the killings.
But what I will say to the people that did this is it's never been gangster to kill kids. Never. It's never been gangster to kill kids. You went in a birthday party and shot people's children.
Rita Coleman, a mother of 3, brought her young daughter to the vigil to pray and to represent how important children are. She says she's a faith activist, and this shooting should sound the alarm for people to take action and fight for their youth.
There is something that everybody can do. Every single one of us have some kind of influence. If we are moms, our children is our influence. If we are working, our workplace is our influence. But we have to, every one of us, do something and be on the same page.
That mother at the vigil says right now the youth in the Stockton community are hurting, and now is the time to stand behind them and wrap your arms around them with support. In Stockton, Roxanne Elias, ABC 10.
Roxanne, thank you. Meantime, Democratic Congressman Josh Harder represents the Stockton area, putting out this statement tonight, saying in part, quote, "The past 24 hours have been incredibly difficult for our Stockton community. Pam and I are heartbroken. We have multiple families living through the worst possible pain right now. No community deserves this. No child deserves this. I've spoken with our local law enforcement who are working around the clock to hold the perpetrator accountable. Thank you to all first responders for your dedication. To everyone reading this, please hold these families in your prayers." Tonight, we continue to hear from local, state, and federal lawmakers as they react to the shooting. But what are the changes they're promising constituents? ABC 10 State Matters political reporter Jenny Hutt joins us now with that part of our coverage.
Leaders past and present are demanding concrete change in this time of pain. I spoke to the former mayor who says he first ran for office because his cousin was a victim of a violent shooting.
Well, Stockton has a history. Shootings there that has a reputation that might scare people.
Prayer alone is not going to make these streets safe. Vigils and march, we've done that before. Someone who grew up in Stockton, someone who came back and ran for office because my cousin was murdered in Stockton. I'm like, you guys, this is not, we know what to do. It just takes hard work.
Former Stockton Mayor Michael Tubbs says there needs to be a strategy to address why some people choose to commit violent crime.
And until we address the root cause of poverty and structural violence and failing schools and no opportunity and unhealed trauma, we'll continue to have to mourn.
Tubbs says root causes lead to symptoms, the crime we see.
So of course we have to go after the bad guys. We have to capture the shooters and bring them to justice. But that's a symptom. Any statewide official in California has to be focused on ending poverty in California and making investments in communities and peoples.
A response from the state by new Senate Majority Leader Monique Limon.
You think about the things that are important in terms of the social safety net for all communities in all parts of the state. And we know we want people to be healthy. We know we want people to have housing.
Limon acknowledging more investment into communities is needed, something Tubbs saw success with as mayor.
It took a strategy. It took alignment between city government, county government, district attorney's office, U.S. attorney's office, community groups, churches. It took coordination.
Tubbs says that group of leaders identified 80 individuals most likely to be shooters and worked with them directly.
All 80 guys were housing insecure. The vast majority were hungry.
Limon says while California has been proactive, like implementing universal background checks and mandating a 10-day waiting period before someone receives their firearm,
California alone cannot do this without the help of other states and really this country passing some meaningful gun safety reform.
And as investigators search for a motive behind the shooting,
we will be reviewing our existing laws. We're always looking to see if there are loopholes in our laws that could have prevented this.
And we want to note, Michael Tubbs is a 2026 candidate for Lieutenant Governor of California. This interview was related only to his prior position as mayor of Stockton. Jenny Hutt, ABC 10.
Jenny, thank you. Tonight, California Governor Gavin Newsom saying on X, quote, today, local authorities confirmed the victims of the Stockton shooting were just 8, 9, 14, and 21 years old, and that the attack was likely targeted. Our hearts break for their families and the entire Stockton community. Senator Adam Schiff also posting on X that he's, quote, heartbroken to learn of a mass shooting and the loss of 4 innocent lives at a family gathering in Stockton. My thoughts are with the families of the victims, including the 10 who were injured. The senator also said he's closely monitoring developments about the suspected shooter. Senator Alex Padilla says he's devastated by the news out of Stockton. Last night, a family gathering shattered by an act of senseless gun violence, saying, my thoughts are with the family and the victims in the wake of this unimaginable tragedy. This is not the first time Stockton has been shaken by a mass shooting. Famously, back in 1989, a gunman opened fire at Cleveland Elementary School in Stockton. 5 students were killed and more than 30 others were wounded in one of California's most tragic school massacres. The Stockton shooting was considered one of the deadliest attacks on an American elementary school and remained a national reference point until the Sandy Hook massacre in 2012. The tragedy sparked statewide calls for stronger gun laws and left a lasting mark on the city. For more on the Stockton mass shooting and other breaking news, you can download the free ABC 10 Plus TV streaming app. You can watch these past news conferences and coverage and keep up with breaking news as it happens. That's the ABC 10 Plus TV streaming app, free to download on your TV.